I'm Justin Davis, and this is Drone Camps RC. Alright guys, welcome to another Drone Camps review. Please do click on the link below and sign up for my Patreon. If you want to support me in making my videos, you can start out around $1. And we're going to give away this futon too this week, actually probably by tomorrow. So next month is going to be even better. We're going to double down and we're going to give away two big things for one winner in August. So be sure to sign up and help me out on my Patreon. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review the Bugs 3 Pro, and this is a new quad from MJX RC. It's the updated quad to the Bugs 3. You've seen that one review on the channel earlier, and now we're going to check out the Bugs 3 Pro. It does have 2204 brushless motors, which is great. Those are bigger than the Bugs 3. GPS on board, which is GLONASS. So it's getting up to 18 satellites with this quad. So the battery is a 2S 2800 milliamp, and that's going to get you around 20-minute flight time, but it does have a proprietary connector and a little quick release valve here, which I like. And this is the battery charger that comes along with it, with that proprietary plug there. It takes about an hour to charge. This is the gimbal, sort of hanging grommets with no motorized stability. C5000 or the C6000 camera is your choice for this quad. I have the C6000, that's what they sent me, so we're going to be recording in 1080p today. I can also fit my GoPro 5 on here if I take that front mount off. You just remove the pin and throw a sort of a battery strap around the camera. And that's the cable connected to the quad, which you're going to have to do to get the 5G Wi-Fi on your phone. Now your phone is going to have to be compatible with 5G, so it does have 2.4 transmitter, which is great. And on the left hand side over here, that stick is going to be yaw and throttle. On the right hand side is going to be the roll and pitch. Down here you have the height and the distance from the home point. I'm in mode 2 there, and the RX and TX battery levels. And over here, this A and B switch, this is for headless mode, and if you select it over to B, that's going to turn on your GLONASS GPS. Very important for loading up the GPS. Otherwise, you're in headless mode there, so make sure you're on satellites. Up at the very top, we have auto takeoff, unlock and start the motors, we have return to home, and we have a photo and video button there. On this wheel right here, it doesn't work actually, it's just sort of a dummy wheel. And then if we turn the transmitter around, if you look in the back, it takes 4 AA batteries, and I use rechargeables on mine, and it just helps a lot. And those two buttons are basically dummy buttons as well. But overall, you got a pretty nice package here. You can get the C6000 camera separately. I'd probably go for that 1080p package, probably the best one for this drone. Now in the App Store, you're going to search for Bugs Go. Go ahead and select that, and get that downloaded to your phone, either on Android or iOS. And you go ahead and open that. You're going to need to turn on the quad after this and power up your Wi-Fi, but first you're going to select C5000, C6000 there for the B3 Pro. That's the one we're flying today, and it looked like that. Just go ahead and hit go, click a couple times through those screens, get to this. Yes, you want to allow that. And after you have the quad turned on and you're connected to the Wi-Fi, it's going to show you real-time view there. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the battery in. And you want to hear this snap in and lock into place. Very important there. The next thing you're going to do is lock your gimbal, your support into place so that this doesn't fall off or come loose. It's going to require that you calibrate the compass on the horizontal and the vertical axis every single time you put in a new battery. Kind of the way this quad works, which is totally fine. When you get it right, you're going to see solid lights on the bottom, just like that. You can set it down after that and you're good to go. So now I'm ready to arm the quad. I'm also going to go ahead and calibrate the gyro down into the bottom left there, and you'll see the lights flash and then go back to solid once it's all done, and then you should be good to go there. To start the motors, we can go down and in like that, down and out to disarm them. You can also start them with that lock button right there, and you can long press it again, and that will actually turn them back off. So a couple ways to arm it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and arm it again, and I think we should probably do some flying. Let's go ahead and press that auto takeoff button. It's going to come up and maintain its hover. Now if you see your quad start to toilet bowl a lot, that means that you need to set it back down and recalibrate your compass and the gyros. And now this one's wandering a little bit, it's not perfect, but let's go ahead and do a test flight and you guys can check out some of the video on board. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this guy up in the air, the B3 Pro. Super excited that this one came in. It did look like a lot bigger than the original Bugs 3, and it seemed to be like sort of a Phantom clone style quadcopter, and I was really hoping I had high marks for this one because all the other quads that I've gotten from MJX RC fly awesome. They're very smooth flying. They do feel slightly robotic in the controls. You can kind of see here a little bit of jerkiness when I go yaw left and right, and it seems to be a little bit springy, just a little bit spongy on the controls. Now there is quite a bit of vibration in some of mine. You can see some jello, most definitely you can see jello in this. I think for the price, you know, to be an honest review, around $169 without the camera. If you want to get your own camera to put on there, you're probably going to get a better quality camera. If you want to put like a sort of a sport cam on there, like some kind of smaller like GoPro style 4K cam, you're going to get much better footage. Now the cool thing about this gimbal is that it does accept a GoPro 5, so I did test that out for you guys. But follow me mode was working pretty good. Now I'm trying out the next mode here, orbit mode. This circle mode seemed to do really strange things, and I tested this 2 days in a row. This is what happens when I put it into orbit mode. Now I might be doing something wrong here, but this looks like it's going into flyaway mode, and it kept going out toward the highway, which is exactly where we don't want to be. So you can bail out of it like I did there, so you have to push that button again to get it out of that mode. Now let's try out the Waypoints mode. I think the Waypoints actually did pretty good. They did go to checkpoint number 1, and I did also checkpoint number 2 and checkpoint number 3. You can add like 6 or more checkpoints if you want to, but for this demonstration to test it out for you guys, I just did 3 waypoints here, and it seemed to do all of the waypoints that I instructed it to, and it's pretty easy. Once you tap on the screen, you set your waypoints up, you can move them around on the screen. Once you're done, you can put submit, and then it'll go. Here I'm just testing out that C6000 a little closer to the ground. I feel like the flying controls are pretty good, but the screen has a lot of Wi-Fi lag. The C6000 is notorious for lag, and I was really looking for in the app some way to turn down the 720p transmission. The image seems like it just can't handle the frame rates of 720p back to my iPhone 7, which is kind of strange. But here we're rocking the GoPro Hero 5, and I still see a lot of shakiness and jitteriness in the quadcopter. I think that the grommets on the bottom of the stabilizer is they're probably just a little too soft, and if you could maybe make them a little bit harder, make sure you calibrate your gyro before you take off. That'll also help. You will have a lot less jitter. The accelerometer won't be kind of freaking out, and everything should be good there. But what a difference a 4K camera makes. If you have a GoPro Hero 5, you can use a pair of tweezers and you can push the pin out and pull that front bar on the door on that stabilizer gimbal, and once you do that, you can put just a regular battery strap around your GoPro, and you can go out and fly your GoPro around on this. And this is actually just way better if you have a little bit nicer camera. GoPro Hero 5 also does have a little bit of built-in image stabilization, which you can turn it on and off, but here you're seeing it on. And you know, I'm still getting some yaw jitter there left and right, a little bit of aileron jitter, and it's not perfect, but then again, this quad is only around $169. So yeah, you decide for yourself whether this is the right one for you, but it is what it is.